Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel, and today we're going to do the 50 stack challenge, number 8, by Crafty Cat Amy. And the thing she pulled out, the prompts, was bird, which is number 5, and texture, which is number 6. So I don't think I'm going to be able to make two things today. So I thought I would just combine them a little bit and do the bird, because I can use that in our little book here, our board book. And there also be texture on that when we use some sewing and some gesso, stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to get started on that, and hopefully it will go the way I want it. So what I'm going to do, this is 8.5 by 11, but oh, see that? I have to fix it. I'm sorry. This is a PDF file. This is from my Porch Prints, and I'm not sure what kit it went to, because I have a background section in my computer that a file that I hold background paper in. That way, because I couldn't keep track of them. Where's my, there it is. I couldn't keep track of them, so oh, I think that's ink from the computer, because this is coffee dyed. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this down. I think it's about 1 inch-ish. Doesn't have to be, you know, exact, but for those who, actually it's a 1 1/4 inch. For those of you who need to have measurements, if you're new, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining my channel, and thanks to all my regular subscribers. I'm trying to think here and talk at the same time. Okay, so now this piece here is going to go up to reach this piece here. And I left a little bit of room in there. The sample I have, I don't think I left any room in there, but this one I did. So now let me see what we need. Okay, so then we're going to fold this in half. As best as we can. Keep everything lined up. Okay. So now we're going to cut this section out. Easier if I bend it that way. I am just not very good at cutting straight lines, even when I have a line. I did go to my eye doctor, and there's nothing he can do for close-up. So I don't know how long I can do things, because it's getting very difficult. Okay. So now we have that, and then we're going to cut this piece. I don't know where I got this piece of ephemera from, or how I got it in my folder. I don't usually I have something written on it, but I don't. I have to start remembering now. After 5 years, I need to start remembering that. Okay, so that one there came up a little, and I don't think I'm going to cut it off because I don't think it matters. Okay, so now I just kind of want to make this nice and tight. See, it's still going to be a little wonky. That's okay. I think we can just. Our weather was so nice. I mean, it was 87, but there was no humidity, and so that was like so nice not to have humidity. And then it went down to the 60s. It's like 60 something out right now. So now I'm cold again. Okay, and this here, we're just going to fold it together. And we'll do a corner punch. I think I'll do a fairly large one. There. Okay, so now when you put this in a journal, on a journal page, let me get this. I hope this is going to go with this paper. So I don't think it was that page. What one was it? This one. Yeah, it'll be okay. But when you put it on the journal, it's going to open like this. And I don't know if I'm going to make this like a pocket yet, but this side would open up and you can journal on that. Okay. I just don't, because you could leave it open for both sides to be journaled across, but I'm not sure yet. Okay. So if your journal is like this one is not tall enough, so I couldn't put it in this direction, but you could if you had a tall journal, taller. But I think this works out great for this one because, yeah. Or I might actually tuck this in and not glue it down. Okay. All right. So now it's to the bird. Now it's for the birds. So I have this little doily here. And let's see, I want to make sure that I'm going to cut it out, but I want to make sure my bird fits. Okay, so this is one of my favorite books. It's actually by Somerset, which is the same one that like Amy uses, but this one is the sewing version of it. And they have such cute, like this is a little box. You buy a wood frame and, or you can order this box somewhere, I think. I wouldn't. I would just, you know, buy one of those frames and put the stuff in it. And then you can also, you could probably use this from the dollar store, those little, you know, they use them all the time, like jingles or jangles or something. You know, you pull it out and it falls down. You know, they have those, and a lot of people make stuff with those little bits. So I wanted to do this. I just never got around to it. But I wanted to set stuff in front of this, like little toys and things. Okay, let's go back to this. So here is the bird. And it's going to fit on there, but it's going to be take up that whole front, which is okay. So wherever I put this bird, he's going to miss gonna miss sewing there, but I don't. This is very got holes in it and stuff, but I'm having a hard time seeing through it too. But I'll make it work. All right, so I think if I go there, just go a little more, and I don't get so much tatty part on the page. Okay, I know you guys probably cannot see this, right? I don't think you can. But I'm going to take my friction pen because it, with heat, it goes away. And I'm just going to, yeah, he's got like a double beak. I mean, you could put any kind of bird you want, but I wasn't going to put a bird in here because I didn't know what color I could use. I didn't think a pink bird would look all that great. So I moved the bird feeder and the roosters are trying to fly up there and get into it, and they can't. So what they're going to have to do is wait for the birds to drop any seeds and get those off the ground, which is fine with me, but okay. I'm sorry, I have to kind of I want to make a V shape there. Let me see where this guy comes to. I mean, a lot of you guys could freehand something like this. I'm sure. Also, there's probably tons of birds on the computer. Okay, his head is looking silly. Okay. I think this went down too far. I'm gonna like keep his head like that. And I'll fix that when I go to stitch it. Get it back in. Lined up again for the little eye. And then the wing, which I think is just kind of hard to draw on this too, the linen. Okay, there is a double wing. Or okay. And then this one here is coming out like so and back in. That is really kind of easy to draw. Okay. So now this book has some really cute things. If you sew and a little, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot of sewing. Here's another little bird. I think they stitched right over that. That's a cute idea. Yeah. I mean, not stitched, but just took ink and wrote it on there. These I love. I used to make those flowers on lots of different quilts. I love this one too. Okay, I know you don't want to see all this, but in case you do, I thought these would be fun to make. What do you call them? They're lanyards. Yeah. Or these. Oh, there's so many cute things. I almost never make anything out of them. Out of what I see in these books. I just never get it done. But I'm doing it today. Okay, so now I need needle. And I decided on this blue. Let me see. Why did I decide that? Let me see. I have other blue, so I decided to use a soft blue or a blue-green. And on this one here, see, I was thinking that that color there is very close to this piece of paper. And then here's the light blue. And I think, you know, this blue is going to just show up a little better on here. And this will be on our, this will be going on our, wherever I put it, our page underneath me. Let's see how that also has that greeny color. Well, not so much. It's got a different green. Well, you're not going to see that much once I get this stitched on here. Okay. All right, let me just, I don't know, do you want, should I do it with, I have green, but I don't want to do a green bird, but I could. I mean, traced out this rabbit because I was going to put a rabbit there, but Amy says no, it's got to be a bird. So, I thought I had this figured out, you guys. I think I'm just going to use this one. Just like the way it matches this. All right, so we're going to, I'm going to use only, I think, 2 threads. And let me see here. Find a needle that's not very small. I don't really have small needles in here. So it's a little smaller. I don't undo thread like this anymore. Here, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Take one strand, and one strand will pull out perfectly. Oh, not that perfectly. Darn it, got too knotted. You know, it's only when you do a video this happens. Yeah, if you just do one thread at a time, it comes out. If you try to go like that, it gets all tangled up, and I should have known better to even do that. And if I was doing it correctly, I would make sure that both of these were going the same direction. The weave of this, or the twist, I should say, of the thread. And that is, oh gosh, I'm not going to like this needle. I'm going to probably have to go get a different needle. We'll see. Oh, and I'm not going to have a, well, let's just start down here and see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to do a, what I call a stem stitch, where you come up and then you're going to go to the, I don't know if you can see me or not, you're going to go to the back, and then you're going to come up on the other side of this where you came up originally, and pull it through, and not too tight, and then you're going to go back to the center of that stitch and come up again behind that stitch, which this will make a stem stitch, which will make the outline of this a lot heavier looking. Usually it's used on stems of flowers and things. That's why they call it. Oh, what did I do? Hold on. I went a little too far. You want to kind of distance them equal. I start out like really good, and then I kind of lose it. The birds are out there chirping today. It's hard to believe it's spring. I mean, it just seemed like it happened overnight. And a lot of you guys are still getting snow. Like a lot of spring snow. So, let's see. Anything happening in my world? Not really. Got my deck painted. I painted all the rails around the deck too. I didn't do it. I hired some guy. But it looks so much nicer. Gosh. It's been, I would say, well, I would say 5 years. I remember I was doing videos at the time because I would go out there and work really early and then come in and do a video because I couldn't stay out in the heat. It was hot at that time. Well, I think it was closer to July as my son came out for the 4th of July. So, and both of my sons are coming from California in May. So I will be taking some kind of a break then. My granddaughter's graduating, and the boys aren't staying only but a couple days, so I don't like making these turns because they always kind of get wonky. I'm going to go back down in there just so that, whoops. I guess it was okay. I hate the parts where you can't go back and get the prior stitch. But you have to kind of stabilize it. And one thing I can say, which I don't always do, is when you start to stem stitch, you don't want to change sides. You want to keep it all on the same side. Because I've done where, you know, I wasn't paying attention. I start going on the other side, and you can really tell. Stitch getting too big. I guess I should put you guys on pause while I do all this, because it's taking longer than I thought. How much time do I have? Yeah, let me put you on pause, and I'm going to finish going across there, and then we'll have more time to play with it. Okay? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. That took a while. And then the little eye, I did 2 different eyes, and it's still kind of messed up, but the fabric is so weak that the French knots are just going straight through. They're not staying on top of the fabric. So anyhow, okay, so I have this all done here. Got the tail of the bird and the beak, and so I think I'm just going to sit it on there like this, and on this side I'm going to let this come down here. I'm going to glue this part, but this will leave opened. And then this part here, we're going to kind of like, I'm going to glue stick it down, and then we're going to add some papers and things, like maybe some music, or they just have a small piece of paper on theirs, but I'm going to see what would look good. I kind of like this music. And so they used, it looks like they used gesso, and when they got done, they did the gesso also all inside here, except, you know, they even got gesso on the stitching, so it's not something we really have to worry about. But I think I want to glue stick down all of it as much as I can, so that the fabric and everything won't move. Because if you try to brush this with stuff, it's not gonna. See, I'm just gonna go right here on this to there. Just kind of eyeball it here. I'll probably put something back here, and then this will still open up for the probably should have inked this. Hold on a second, I'm going to put a little ink on it. I'm going to use this frayed burlap again. My stitching is terrible on there. It's a good thing it's going to be hidden. It's just, I didn't have a hoop. I usually stitch, I guess we won't see all that, will we? I usually stitch with a hoop so that, you know, it's nice and taut, and it's a little easier to do than just holding it in your hand. I was watching, I think it's Crafting with Tony or Tony Crafting. She's very cute and funny when she's crafting, and she has this great laugh. So she's just kind of a joy to watch. I'll have to look and see what her name is, but I know it's Tony. Crafting with Tony. Alrighty. I can eat that part later, I think, if I need to. Oh, that is not a lid. It's another color. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do again, glue around in here. Just to stick most of it down. And when you do, if you're going to do some little stitching like this, it is not hard to, it doesn't matter, you know, if the stitching is not perfect for you or you're not feeling it's perfect. This glue is so good. This is my Japanese glue. And I can't even lift this up hardly or move it or anything. Alrighty, so now to kind of fix that up. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys, but I used to, and I haven't done it in a long time, when I use scraps, have leftover scraps from book pages and stuff. I just staple them like all to one larger page. This one's got 3 staples because I put 3 different, you know, pieces on it at a different time. Like this one here, it only has 1 staple, but now this is stapled onto paper. I mean, it's glued on. And yeah, it's just kind of a neat way to do that. If you, hey, there's an R. How pretty. I like that R. It was a nice thing my parents did. Give me that name. These are some old books that, pages that I think Mary sent me with, yeah, I think so. This is another, she sent me these. Look at how tiny this is. Well, okay, so we can go with a lighter color, or we can go with one of these darker. Okay, let's do that, and then we need a little something else. Maybe, I wish I had a piece of fabric. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about putting this plaster down there first. I'm not sure I can get that to... I mean, it's going to take me till I'm 125 to use all that. I thought it would look kind of cool. Let me just do a little piece right there. It'll kind of stretch anyway. And we could put something like that there too. Okay. And a little music would go good there as well. We just mean, it's not going to fit. To use that another time. Okay, so I'm going to get this plaster wet over here because I don't want this paper to get wet, too wet. So, whoop. Could have put a cast on one of the bird's legs. Yeah, see this plaster, once it starts to dissolve, it's pretty cool how it so that to me is texture. Well, it's all kind of textured. And we have a bird too, so. I'm gonna turn this on for a second and get the pin marks out from when I drew on there. Okay. Now, let's do do that, and then I would like a label or maybe a butterfly, just, or a flower. So, oh. And I don't really care for these little fake ones. Let's see. A little bit too dark. So that's going to be a shiny sticker. I wonder if I could sand that a little bit and take some of the just looks really scratched up. Didn't like make it more texture like. Let's see, maybe just gonna lay it there and see what happens. Good thing you can get it up again. Yeah, that would have looked okay if I didn't. There's got to be another one, something like that. Oh, if I could have this done, you know, by Easter-ish Well, it's spring, so you can use it all year. It doesn't say Easter. There's no Easter eggs. So, but this is a giveaway, so if you're still with me, well, that one's kind of sweet. Should get something bigger. Let me see. I had a bunch of flowers out the other day. I think these are all too big. Where did I get this? Looks like a Tim Holtz. I just would like a little bit larger. Not a lot. Maybe that one's gonna have to work. Another Tim Holtz. But I'm probably just about out of all of them. Just because I haven't bought any of his stuff for a long time. I know all these I only have like this orangey yellow because I've already used them so many times. No. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. You know. Okay. I'm going to make a mess of that box. Well, that's a cute little flower. I keep trying to pick those, I don't know if you even saw what I was doing. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to put this one on. And let me put a little bit of ink. Okay. Let me... This probably just doesn't have any... It wasn't all the way down probably, and I'm too impatient to wait for it to roll down, come down. Okay, I think I'll just stick that right there because I want that plaster to show. Okay, so now this plaster off here. Let's see how much time I have. Okay, a few seconds here, minutes maybe. But I don't know what happened here. Okay. I hope he doesn't look crooked. All right, so maybe I was gonna say I might be able to put a little bit of that on that one. All right, I think I'm gonna do some clearer. I don't know, kind of over these papers, because this should come out right. It should come out clear. You know, this mixed media, it's pretty much fun, you know, but it just is not something I'm used to, but I'm getting there. Okay, I'm not going to put anything on the lace part. Okay, I'm going to get some gesso, put a little texture on that. God, this is thick. Just very thick. I think I can use that same brush. All right, so just put a little of this here and there. I think. Oops, got it on the bird. Okay. I'm going to go in here and get a little on the bird because everything I was gonna say something and I lost track. The bird looked too like dirty because the background of this is dark. The paper underneath. All right, so let's put a little bit coming off the edges here. All right. I don't know, I feel like it needs something, but I don't know what. Just feel like it needs something. I guess I could like stamp a number or something. I'd have to wait for it to dry before I could stamp. Too much over the flower. Oh well. All right, guys, I guess that's, you know, gonna be, oh, I wanted to put this on. Don't know if I can just like turn this over and not mess it up. Does that fit down here? I just like the copyright part. Just I use a matte gel to kind of glue that down. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong side. Like, why isn't that fitting? Oh, you guys. This is matte and it should dry clear. Okay, just put a little dab of gesso here so it looks like the rest of it. Oops, that's more than a dab. Okay. All right, you guys, so that's the best I could do for this today. And I think I'm gonna try, well, this, I'm going to make this a pocket. I'm going to make a pocket. And I don't think I'm going to glue this on a page. I think I'm going to figure out a way to put it in a pocket too. Okay, this all is going to have to dry, and when I come back I will be able to maybe show it. Well, I don't think I have enough charge. I'll have to take my phone and charge it. Let's see if I can set it up. Oops. Got a little piece of, what do you call it, on there to add some more junk there. Could add more paper pieces, like something like that. I don't know. All right, guys, so I'll see you guys if I add on. I'll see you in a little bit. If not, I will see you in the next video. So don't forget that, I know you probably already left me, but this is a giveaway. So when I do the flip through, I will be taking comments, and those comments will be put into a drawing, so you could win this little spring journal. And if you live outside of the United States and you would like to have this, I will have to charge for shipping. And it was, the last time I shipped was $18.99, and that's through the service that I use to make my shipping labels. So they do give, that's a one-time price. That's you can't do it for less, or I don't know if they charge me more. I've never had anything weigh more than 2 or 3 pounds. So, but I know that they don't charge me less, because I had, the last one I sent out was maybe like a 1.5 pounds, or not even a whole pound. I think it was like 15 ounces maybe, and they still charged me $18.99. So I don't know, but if you would like to have it, you're more than welcome to. That's the only way I can do it worldwide. Oops, I don't want this on my blouse. Darn it. Okay, I gotta go clean. Gotta go get that off my blouse. I did not want gesso on it. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.